My name is Adrian Conway and I'm the host here of the Brute Showdown. What we aim to do is through the next 2 days, we're going to take 4 athletes, each from a separate discipline, and we're gonna put them through 8 events. Now the goal is through these 8 events to create a very diverse, broad range of physical tests that's gonna show us who is the most athletic. Through the course of these 8 tests, we are going to actually give each of the specialty athletes an opportunity to thrive. So what that means is there will be a max clean for the Olympic weightlifter, there will be a max deadlift for the powerlifter, there will be a pose down for the bodybuilder or physique specialist, and then there will be a CrossFit workout where the CrossFit athlete is going to get an opportunity to shine. Now, outside of those 4, we're gonna add another 4. We're not gonna specifically dive into what they look like, but we know they're gonna be outside of the capacity of each one of these specialty athletes. So the goal is to see who can thrive, not just in their special skill set, but also outside of that and show us who's the most well-rounded.
Recently, I won a medal at the World Championships, which is awesome. Super cool. I was the only one to do it this year. And then other than that, I won bronze, same thing, bronze last year at Worlds. So I think those are the 2 like coolest things. Yeah. So yeah.
So what's like your goal? Like what are you striving to achieve with
2020 Olympics?
Okay.
So that's the main goal. That's what we're working for. That's kind of just started with Worlds, was the first like qualifier. So it's gonna be a long next like 15, 16 months of just competing and trying to increase my total every time. And then hopefully I'll make the Olympics this time.
My name is Mattie Rogers, I'm 23, I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm an Olympic weightlifter. So I started in gymnastics and I did that for about 12 years, and then I did a little bit of like track and field in school and switched into competitive cheerleading. And then from there my coach introduced me to CrossFit, and that's where I met the coach that I have now. And I did CrossFit for about a year, and then I liked Olympic weightlifting so much better. So in 2014 I competed in my first national meet, and then from there I think I made my first junior international team the same year. And from there, it's kind of been like a crazy journey to here. I was the alternate for the 2016 Olympics. So this time around, I'm hoping maybe a little bit of redemption. And so far, I mean, the quad has been going pretty well. I've medaled at the last 2 World Championships, which is, it's something that I didn't really think was possible when I first started, because it was more of like those bigger countries that you see with weightlifting on the podium. So that in itself has been just great to be able to do that with USA Weightlifting.
So what are we doing here in Louisiana, Brooke?
We're all competing against each other. We'll do one event from like each modality or each sport. And yeah, then we're gonna do some like actual sport stuff too, but I'm not sure what all those events are. I'm Brooke Ence. I am 29 and I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I won the California Regional in 2015. I went on to have 2 rookie wins at the CrossFit Games in 2015, finishing top 15 at the CrossFit Games. And I was cast as an Amazon in the blockbuster movie Wonder Woman, as well as the Justice League. So I filmed 2 movies. Came back from a spinal fusion to compete at regionals again. My daily training right now is far different than what it used to be because I am still recovering from injury. So right now, it's all about moving, sweating, and then making sure I get some lifting in, and then PT. I'm just trying to make sure I'm really focusing on my recovery and my PT for my shoulders. I am currently I can sleep with no pain, which has not been the case for years. And so I'm very careful with my training and not overdoing it. But prior to injury, it was 2-a-days, at least 2 hours in the gym, and 6 days a week.
So what's up first?
I don't even know. I'm probably gonna do like my accessory stuff first and try and make my body feel more alive.
Sure.
Because I feel kind of like shit.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I'm gonna stretch a little. That's what's nerves.
My training, usually I'll do about 8 sessions a week. 2 days a week I'll do a 2 a day, and then the other days are just a really intensive, probably 3-hour session. I try not to take so long, but it takes a while. And we'll go through all the technical movements, a pulling movement, a pressing movement, and then I do a lot of accessory and rehab things. And we try and do a lot of strength stuff, because I think that's where I was lacking when I came in from gymnastics. Because I had the mobility, I had like decent power, but my overall just strength was not where it should be. So that's something that we've been focusing on for years now.
You just did a double at, what is that? How much weight is that?
Should be 148, which is,
You're in the kilos, yeah.
I am in the kilos. Somewhere between 320 and 330, but
Dang.
that's like, it shouldn't be that hard.
What's your 1 rep PR squat? Back squat.
It sounds weird, but like I don't really max out my squat.
Okay.
Like there's never, like I'll have like heavy singles, and like if I feel good that day I'll go up, but it's not like the focus. It's an accessory movement for us. So the best I've ever done is 175. It's a while ago. I am not there right now, but hopefully I'm somewhere like near there.
Yeah, damn.
I think I'm supposed to look forward to like my sport the most, but I'm actually most excited for all the events that we're doing on Sunday, which are like the running, the jumping, like the things that none of us really have an advantage in, because I think that's really going to show like who the more like well-rounded athlete is.
4 degrees right now.
Yeah, so hopefully in springtime. Hi! Sorry if I smell like an airplane, but I probably do. You know, like the airplane smell? It's just like
You smell pretty good.
regurgitated air from like farts and people's breathing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I just traveled back from Brazil, and it was like 5 hours.
I just feel like I smell like someone else's fart right now.
Someone else?
How are you?
I'm good.
My name is Dana Lynn Bailey. I am 35 years old. I am a professional bodybuilder. I have dabbled a little bit in powerlifting. I was on American Ninja Warrior. I think that's it for now. Main sport, bodybuilding. Probably my most notable accomplishment was winning the Olympia. I was the first ever, well actually even before winning the Olympia, so I competed in bodybuilding for quite some time as a figure competitor. And this was before physique, which is my category, so that it goes bikini, figure, fitness probably falls before physique, and then bodybuilding. So physique never existed, and the first show that they introduced physique, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. It sounds like just my alley. It's between figure and bodybuilding, and I was always dead last in figure shows. Dead last because I had too much muscle or I was too lean, but I liked the way I looked, so I never really changed the way I looked based on judges. So I did the first show, and I actually was the first ever physique champion. So I was the first ever IFBB Pro Physique champion. And then in 2013, for the first Olympia, I became the first ever Miss Olympia for physique.
What do you know so far about what we're doing here?
That most of the things that we're doing, I don't do and I hate. And I wish they would just train shoulders with me instead.
Yeah, but you're ready to like flex off and do some poses?
We'll see.
This weekend, I am least looking forward to the pose down. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm super nervous. I mean, I'm obviously not a bodybuilder in any way. I'll do some like curls every now and then, but that's about as close as it gets. I tried to do a lat spread because that's like the only one I know and I can't do it. I was told to just do a glute spread instead. But I don't think that's appropriate, so I'm just gonna wing it.
We're gonna go bench, barbell row, and then we're gonna hit a shoulder.
I train a little bit differently. I train different than a bodybuilder, I train different than a powerlifter. And I think with adding different aspects, so after I was done competing, I wanted to take a break because bodybuilding takes a toll on your body, mostly mentally. I needed the break just to become a normal person and not carry food around with me and not be so worried about like having a treat and then getting on the elliptical or a stair mill the very next day for 40 minutes. So I wanted to be a normal person. And so for the first year, I took a break and still training, obviously, still doing cardio, still like training really hard. But I was like missing like that competitive side. Like I wanted to compete in something. So I got into powerlifting. I do like training for certain things. It helps motivate my workouts a little bit more. And I've always been a really good bench presser. I'm not very good at deadlifting, but I like to squat and I like to bench. So I entered my first, I guess, meet, they're called, not shows. I almost said shows. So I entered my first meet, actually won it, and then I had a high enough Wilks score to get me to nationals, did nationals. My Wilks score was high enough to get me to the Arnold, so then I did the Arnold last year. So a lot of my workouts now are a mix of powerlifting and bodybuilding because for me, I don't just have one goal. My goal isn't just to look good. Like I want to be strong, not necessarily train for just strength, but I want to keep my strength, maybe get stronger in certain things, but then I also want to look good too. So it usually starts off with like a heavy compound lift. So if it's leg day, obviously I would start with squats. And then it's like probably an hour and a half of a lot of accessory work. A lot of supersets, drop sets. So that's how I like to train. I want to be strong and look good.
I think my biggest threat in this competition is going to be DLB, Linn Bailey. And there's, she's an athlete. She's not just a physique competitor. She came into this as our physique competitor, but she's a powerlifter. You know, she's a fierce competitor, and yeah, and she's got the crazy too, which you need like in the CrossFit event. So there just better be someone watching those reps to make sure they're all full range of motion. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's gonna crush it. But I'm out to play. So.
What's up? Hi. Oh, I'm gonna have to climb over that. Wow.
How are you? You too. It's like we've seen each other so soon.
I know, we're friends. Hi, I'm Maddie. Dana, nice to meet you. How's it going? We're getting it in.
She's
making
kicking the shit
muscles.
out of me.
Yeah. Nice. Where's the rest of the gang? I just make everyone
Brooke is
do
doing
my
pull-ups.
workout, so.
Maddie is doing Olympic lifts.
Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Maddy Forberg. I am 21 years old and I am a powerlifter. I started powerlifting about almost 3 years ago. I'm now competing in the USAPL. I just competed recently at Raw Nationals in Spokane, Washington. I am also in nursing school at Illinois State University and I only have 1 semester left, which has been huge with training and trying to compete and travel midst of clinicals and things like that. So, yeah.
I want to say hi to Brooke, but she looks very busy and she's scary.
She's scary.
She's so pretty and scary.
I said hi to Dana right away and I felt bad and then I was like,
I walked in here and I waved to Brooke, but she looked at me and looked away, and so it's like, okay. Yeah, no, I know. Is she teaching someone how to do pull-ups right now?
I'm not sure.
What you guys up to over here?
I'm doing strict pull-ups, sets of 5, because that's all I can do. And it's like, I'm my 5th one, that's it. And you're doing, he's doing pull-ups and you're pressing, strict press. He's just blowing up the arms, and we're gonna have DLB show us how to pose. She comes up to me, she's like, you have not lost any size. And I'm like, yes. My upper body feels like deflated.
Yeah. No,
It's not a big deal. I like
but
fit in jackets. It's weird. I can like wear my jackets and I don't feel like I'm like rip them out.
What's up, Maddie?
A couple of things I'm looking forward to the clean, just because I just barely got to start lifting again. So it feels really good for me, regardless of what weight is on the bar, just to be moving weight and just to be under a barbell. That is my like bread and butter with my training. And so it feels really good to just be back doing that. And then also the CrossFit workout, because I gotta beat these weightlifters somewhere, you know? Gotta win where I can. Look at me, watch me say that and like just struggle tomorrow.
So do you know what other events you're gonna have to do? Have they told you?
Yes. And okay, I used to play soccer, so.
So you're gonna win. She was just teaching me how to kick, because I don't know how to kick.
I played when I was like 8 years old, so.
I played when I was
Yeah?
Well, you're 9.
I played last year, so.
It was a long time ago.
They said they might have us kick instead of be a goalie though, so we don't destroy our faces.
Yeah, I would rather not, break my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stepmom broke her nose.
I broke my nose once, but I was like hit in the face with a softball, so.
Ooh.
Well, we're also
I didn't play softball, but.
getting pitched to hit balls, so.
Least looking forward to, definitely softball. I picked powerlifting as my sport because I'm not coordinated. So the least thing I'm looking forward to is having to hit an actual ball. I cannot do that for the life of me. I tried in high school in gym class, and it was one of those things where like we're up to bat, and I've like struck out so many times. My gym teacher's like, "Well, just give her a chance, Maddie. You can get it." And then at the end, he was just like, "Cut it. You're done. You're just a lost cause." So definitely softball because I'm not that coordinated.
I have no idea who's going to win, because I would hope we all do well in our individual sport. I think it's going to come down to everything that we do on Sunday that's really going to make a difference.
What is the running stuff that we have to do?
Okay, so they said we have to do a sprint. We have to do. Yeah, I do like that. We have to do the high jump. Some like agility thing where you have to like start here, run back.
Okay. So I might break my ankles and my face at the same time.
ACL.
I have done a little bit of practice getting ready for this event just because I never did any CrossFit events leading up to this, including any of the weightlifting movements. So I have never done a clean before this. I train at a weightlifting gym, so everyone's pretty proficient at weightlifting. So I asked one of the coaches if he could just teach me the movement, because I was afraid I was gonna come out here and be like, how do I do this one? And so I did a little bit of preemptive training in that way, but that's about it. I have ran a little bit, but no outside sprints or anything crazy like that.
So today we got in, we get into the gym. Everybody's doing the thing to kind of knock the dust off. If you guys haven't been a traveling athlete, you might not know much about this, but any traveling athlete getting off the plane, you want to get into the gym, you want to knock the dust off, you want to get ready for whatever you need to do, whether it's present, whether it's compete. We all got into the gym, and what do you see? I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a Mattie Rogers that had the eye of the tiger in the gym, right? Like she walked in there, she had her notebook open, she did her mobility to get right to work, and she was in there and she grinded for like 3 hours. Now it's a little bit of a different feel compared to what I saw from the other ladies. We were kind of having some fun, joking around. We did a little round robin of kind of like a pump session that Dana led, but I wonder, and you guys can tell me, because you'll know as you watch this, I wonder if that's gonna have a reflection on how this weekend will go. Everyone's here to win, and so I believe that that's gonna naturally be the outcome and the reflection of the weekend, but we gotta keep our eye on Mattie Rogers. She came in focused and ready to rock.